looking at a return of football after a 3-month hiatus on Wednesday the 17th of July. That's what happens when you haven't been recording videos recently. You wake up at 5 in the morning because your daughter doesn't sleep when it's light outside and you're extremely tired. Welcome back to the FPL Today channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here today to discuss a little bit more about the return of Fantasy Premier League. Yes, that's right, it is finally coming back. So in the comments down below, let me know how excited you are, and also let me know how you think they should restart the Fantasy Premier League, because there is a lot of discussion around if there should be unlimited transfers, if there should be an additional wildcard added to the game for those that have already used their wildcard, and maybe additional for the ones that haven't. So in the comments down below, let me know if you think there should be unlimited transfers before the start of the Premier League in June, or if you think there should be an additional wildcard added to the game, or if neither. Let me know in the comments down below and we can talk about it, especially in the first hour after this video goes live, because I will hang out in the comments to reply to some of the comments that you post in there. But before we get into this video, we do have a message from our sponsors, OneFootball. So guys, if you want to stay up to date with the return of football and the Premier League, then do check out the OneFootball app. It is one of the best apps to customize for yourself, so you get the news that you need around the footballing world. It's an app that I generally use a lot, which is why I'm so happy that they have partnered with this channel. So do go and check out the top link in the description down below, and let's get on with the video. So, we have the return of the Fantasy Premier League, which I'm definitely excited about because I want to see out this season and see if I can improve on my rank of around 250k. If you're excited as well, please do hit that like button. It helps me so much in the YouTube algorithm, so if you could quickly hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. But we have a statement from the Fantasy Premier League around the return of the game, and that statement reads as follows. We would like to offer an update to Fantasy Premier League FPL managers wondering what this means for their teams. Once a date is confirmed and the remaining fixtures have been announced, our plan is to resume FPL with additional multiple game weeks created to reflect the remaining 92 fixtures. So what that means is, right now, because the rest of the fixtures after that double game week, which has been announced now, with the 2 additional games played on Wednesday and then the full round of fixtures from Friday in the middle of June. Because the fixtures for the rest of the Premier League haven't been announced yet, they can't really set it up in the game so we can see when the double game weeks are, when there's single game weeks, because who knows how this is all going to pan out. In the last video I did, there was a basic layout announced around when fixtures will be played, and pretty much there should be a game every single day of the week to get the remaining fixtures done and then hopefully return to a normal Premier League season rotation. But until those games are announced, I don't think the Fantasy Premier League can set up the game for us to continue playing. So until that time, we are having to play the waiting game. But what we do know is we are back with a double game week. Aston Villa versus Sheffield United and Manchester City versus Arsenal. Both games postponed due to the Carabao Cup final are scheduled to take place on the 17th of June. Yes, June. I can say the word June for some reason in the last video, though I just kept saying July. These 2 fixtures in the full match round that follows would constitute the first full game week. So, Aston Villa, Sheffield United, Manchester City and Arsenal all now have 2 fixtures in the first game week back for the Premier League. Now, for me, that means a lot of people are going to be going heavy on Man City. Potentially people taking punts on the likes of Arsenal, Sheffield United and Aston Villa, although there probably aren't many options in that Aston Villa side outside of Grealish and maybe their new striker that they've signed. But that then does lean towards potentially what are Fantasy Premier League going to do around the beginning of the game. Are they going to do unlimited transfers? Is there going to be an additional wildcard? Because potentially what you could do is set your team up for this first game week, and then if you have a wildcard, which is the additional one or one that you've saved, you could potentially completely wildcard straight after this first round of fixtures and try and make the most of this double game week. We don't know how many other double game weeks there will be, so that would definitely help towards that if you have a wildcard. Also, of course, if you have unlimited transfers, it means you can set yourself up for whatever remaining fixtures there are, which of course there will probably be a video about on this channel as we get closer to the time that the season begins again. So guys, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. If you did enjoy it, again, that like button really helps me on that YouTube algorithm, and also go check out the sponsor of this video, OneFootball. Also, I do apologise if you could hear my kids in the background of this video at any point, but with lockdown going on, kids not at school, the other kid actually wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which makes me absolutely exhausted. As you can hear right now, probably, she's whinging. And yeah, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning because she got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she's already had a nap. And yeah, chaos. Chaos in the J&O household, so just how we like it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. As always, I'm going to sign off and see if I can help out with whatever's going on in the sitting room. But before I go and do that, I've been J&O, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.